We are here as women for men. It wasn't the other way around. He the prize. He's a strong one. I'm safe when I'm with him, not he's safe when he's with me. Who's protecting who
Yeah. Which
Listen,
right, Shaq.
Who is the prize in the relationship, the man or the woman?
I think the man and the woman are the prize. I think it's equal.
It has to be one or the other.
You know, no, that's
pick?
fine. Let her
Yeah.
equality.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm definitely the prize.
Okay.
Okay.
I say the woman is the prize, definitely.
I'd say the woman.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Can I add to that?
Right. She's thinking about it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I say the woman because
You don't need to
the
add. The
it
woman is
takes...
the prize.
All right, never mind.
Please let her make her point, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, because I feel like women, they do more in a relationship wise, as in like family,
Okay.
household. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Family and
It
household.
wouldn't be nothing on earth if it wasn't
Exactly.
for a woman.
Okay.
So the woman is the prize.
Okay.
That's how. Period.
Okay.
How come?
Period.
Go
Wouldn't be a
ahead.
man.
What's your take on
I
it?
mean, like, okay, like the ego in me is definitely gonna say like I'm the fucking I'm the prize, but like at
That's
the end
fine
of
if
the
you think that way.
no, but like at the end of the day too, like the man that stands next to you, the one that like represents you, that protects you, he's definitely a prize as well. So it's like it can't be. Yeah, I
The
don't know.
man can be a
But you
prize,
have
but
to
who is the
decide.
prize though?
But
That's the question. Who is the prize? You or that man? I mean,
you, honey. All
you or
day,
that man,
every
and not
day.
even just like you said, egos aside. It's not even ego, especially like with my answer. Like I say, I say my answer because of the fact that I feel like everything comes from a woman.
Nah, for sure.
So-
Like don't
Hey,
get
let her give her answer though. Let's not influence. I want people to be able to
Cousin
say.
Mary. Cousin Mary right now.
I want people to be able to make their
I
own.
just want her to. I just say
Yeah.
No,
no,
you've made it clear, but let her give her opinion. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, no. I definitely feel like I am the prize as well, but I don't like that like concept of like your man isn't the prize as well, because your man is just
Right.
as equal to you. And
Yeah.
if he protects you, if he takes care of you, then you need to treat
In its
him
own
equal.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
right. Yeah, I feel the same. Like, duh, I'm a big prize, big bless, but I don't want no peasant. I don't want no bag of coal. So we equal. Just how I said earlier, you know, I want someone that know themselves, that love themselves. So if you love yourself, you know you a prize.
Okay. So
'Cause you got to be able to handle me, because bitch, I'm a prize.
okay. So that was
You
a
know?
very ambiguous answer. So I
You
would
feel
assume that
me?
means the woman. That means the woman's the prize in your eyes.
We both. It's equal.
Okay.
I'm
You
not
say
going.
equal? All right.
I'm not going to break
You
it.
feel
It's
me?
equal. Okay. What about you?
For me, I gotta say the woman.
The woman is the prize.
I mean, men
Okay.
do matter, and of course, like, but if we gotta choose, women.
All right.
Okay.
And just so I just make this very clear. So pretty much everyone said the woman except you two said equal, right?
And then her.
Yeah, I said equal.
And then
Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, 3 equal.
Wait.
And then but everyone else, woman is the prize. All right. Cool.
Ladies, whether you want to believe it or not, men are the prize. Now, there's thousands of reasons why men are the prize, and there's a lot of supporting facts as to why men are truly the prize. But I'm going to give you guys just a few just so you can understand where I'm coming from. One of the reasons that we can start off with is just the simple one: supply and demand. There are groups of women out here that fight over and also share men. You show me a group of men that have to fight over women and also share their women. There's also thousands of videos of 80% of women wanting to be with 10% of men. So look at it as this: even if those 10% of men was to marry all the women, there'll still be millions of women by themselves lonely. As I've said before, men hold the key to relationships and marriages. Us as women only give access to sex. With men holding the key to relationships, it also comes with a few things. It comes with masculinity, it comes with resources, and it also comes with the ability to provide, which is some of the few things that women look for from a man. That's my opinion. I believe men are the prize. So stop asking these men what can they bring to the table. If anything, bring a resume with you and tell him why he should pick you over thousands of women.
Here's a little fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men. In the United States, we have about a quarter of our population in jail. Another quarter of our population identifies as LGBTQ. So with that being said, it is a shortage out here. It is a shortage of available good out here. So for all you that think you deserve your own, like your own personal, like that's only yours. Like, okay, it's some women that do, but are you that? Like, what do you bring to the table and make you think you deserve your own? And it's a shortage. Sis, grow up. You gonna have to share that. That's our and
are going to hate me. A lot of women are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. When it comes to relationships, men are the prize. Yeah, I said it. Men are the prize. Men are the providers. Men are the protectors. Men are the stability. Men are the reason we're able to carry life into this world in the first place. Men keep us grounded and are able to build us up, us very emotional and sometimes illogical thinkers, into the woman God has called us to be. Unfortunately, so many of our men have been incarcerated and so many of our men come from toxic households. Therefore, it's up to you to do your honest part to make sure that the man that you're interested in is actually a good man and doesn't just look good. A good man is a prize to the world, because where would we honestly be without our men? A good man is a prize to a single woman struggling with 4 kids on her own. A good man is a prize to a woman who didn't grow up with a father to know what love really is. Call me a pick me, at least I'm getting picked.
Men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction. If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for? Who's a better companion, men or women? So men built the world. All the hard jobs are done by men. If men disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about.
Arguably, one of the driving forces for men doing what they do is women.
What I'm saying is men could survive without women.
We could.
Because men can be alone, women can't. Women are social beings, and men don't. You don't see women going out to the woods and just roughing it. That's a man thing.
Call Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. The honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elected and saint spirit. Shalom to the Akwat Yam, believers of this faith and this truth. Lord willing, you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. This video is just gonna, prove the point that the man is the prize. And we're going to stand on that in a biblical sense. Because how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai established this foundation based off men. Because Yahweh and Yahushai themselves are men. The angels are men. And the format that the Lord put on earth is based off men being the head, right? The man is the main event. He's the most important vessel on the earth. Really talking about the faithful man that is faithful unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is truly the elect on this side. The elect on this side, the elect men, the men that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the prize. To separate all thoughts of is a man or a woman. Yes, man is the prize just in general, right? Righteous or wicked, but the Lord set it up that the righteous man is the prize on the earth. And that's what a lot of us get misconstrued, right? So this is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, right? And even through the Spirit, Yahushua is Adam, right? Through the reincarnation. And Adam was the first spirit created. Women got created later on under the sun, right? For her actual purpose to, to be that comfort or that encouragement for her husband, right? So let's get another one. We're going to try to get as many precepts as we can and keep it short to the point. This is Ezekiel 34 and verse 31. And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So even the flock, when we talk about the sheep, the herd, it starts with men. When you look at the disciples and the prophets, the judges that the Lord called, men, right? Let's go to Numbers, because these are basic scriptures. So this is Numbers 27:16. Let Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the God of the spirit of all flesh, set a man over the congregation. Right? And so if man is over the congregation, man is the head, then that is a ranking system, just like what we see under it. And women in order is women that are underneath the husband. Right? Look at this. 1 Peter 3:1. If the woman is the prize, why would it say this? 1 Peter 3:1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection, right? Basically to authority, to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. So even when we actually get into the kingdom, the woman, right, is going to be in full subjection under her husband, right? And some of y'all take this word, subjection. Guess what? We're all slaves. Truly being a servant of the Lord, you are a slave. You are a servant to the Lord. But a woman is a servant when it comes to being a helpmeet, being a woman. But she doesn't have no say-so on what a man can or what he can't do, because it's already established what a man can do and what he can't do by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which oversees women. You got 1 Peter 2:11, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, right? Because if she got a husband, she truly can't even learn from another man, right? For a man that fears the Lord, Sirach 36:14, it says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And that woman is given to a man that fear the Lord, right? Which one is it? Verse 3, a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So if a man fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he is going to get a good wife, a loving, silent wife, not a talkative, loud, obnoxious, clamorous wife, right? A wife that's in order. Yes, we in the flesh where we do slip and fall, right? Sirach 37:3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, his house shall soon be overthrown. So if a God-fearing man or a man of the Lord, a true man of the Lord, right, he has to hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, so his house won't be overthrown. But if he don't, the opposite is that his house will be overthrown. And you got many examples, especially like men in the faith and they married and they are not believing or following the ways of the Lord. When the Lord come back, that whole marriage it has no value, because the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the faith in him, the fear in him, is not taught in that household, right? You got Proverbs 8:4, where it says, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men, right? The men play the most important part, especially when we look at the prophets, the prophecies, the apostles, the evangelists, the teachers of this word, the 144,000. Men are the prize when we look at it in the aspect of what thus saith the Lord, right? So I want to go to something else in Sirach. I'm going to read it in the KJV first, and then we're going to read it in the GNT. Try to get as much as we can off of the bone. Wait, something not right. Wait, hold on. Oh, they playing with me. So let's see if it pops up. Okay, so it pops up here. Salaki family, I don't know why it did that. It wasn't popping up the chapter, and oh, there we go. Got it. So this is Sirach, chapter 36, verse 21 to 25. And this is what it reads. It says, a woman will receive every man, yet is one daughter better than another. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. If there be kindness, meekness, comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. So a wife is a good. She's a possession. She's supposed to be under authority. As a possession of a phone, the Lord have given women to men for a possession. Even when Israel, when we had kings, women were possessions. We in this new system, and everybody in this modern Western society, they switch the words and I believe in the Lord, but y'all not really going in these scriptures to understand the role of a man and a woman. Right? There's no need for the Lord to say prize when we can, through the scriptures, the man is the head. The man is truly the gods on the earth. What did he say to Moses in Exodus 7? That Moses would be a god unto Pharaoh, not no woman, right? There's no comparison to a man or a woman. You can even go into the law when you look at when a woman has a son, she's only unclean for 44 days. But if she has a daughter, she's unclean for, 66? Is it six? No, it's 80 days. I think, yeah, it's 80 days. And then for a son, it's 40 days, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So that even shows you the value. Yeah, it's 80 days for a daughter and 40 for a son. So it shows the difference in really who's actually clean and not. A woman has a period, unclean for 7 days, and got to be removed really from the household. How can a woman be a prize? You know? So again, verse 24, I just had to expound on those points. It says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself in the pillar of rest. A woman is a pillar of rest. A man is not. He was made to be authority. He was made to be a king. He was made to be a priest. He was made to be a god. A man is called in this thing different than a woman. How can she be a prize? Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. And he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. So even if a daughter don't have a hedge, which is that wall of protection, which is the man is that hedge, she'll be spoiled. And really, back in the ancient world, if a daughter didn't have a husband, she would still be with her mother and her father. She had to be given to a man. And guess what? Now he is the reflection of a father, but he's the husband. She's really under him. What he says goes. And it doesn't matter how emotional a woman is on the side, how he want to run his house, what he do. It doesn't matter if that man get up at 4 a.m. and don't even tell you. The Lord set up the man. You know, you really coming in his truth. You're in a man's world. See, I like the sound of that. You're in a man's world. So this is Sirach 36 again, verse 18. But I'm going to read this in the G&T, right? And Lord willing, we can dissect this and get edified just like we did with the other one. It says, I want to make sure I get the right ones. Salaki family. So verse 21, it says, a woman has to take any man as a husband Any man, but a man must choose his wife carefully, right? Because a wife, whatever wife that a man get is going to reflect on that man. And even with a woman too, right? Because if a woman not getting a God-fearing man, in most cases, depending on how her faith is, she might fall away from the Lord. But the Lord set this up for a man, right? This is why it's even better that a woman just don't get anybody. A woman, our women, from a child, is supposed to be given to a man, and a man that's a reflection of the Father. But us being slaves and whitewashed and 350 years without this knowledge, we were taken away from that understanding, right? So in verse 22 it says, a woman's beauty makes a man happy. There is no fairer sight for the human eye to see. This is why women should stay up on their beauty. And we're not talking about makeup, talking about your health, your appearance, because we're men. Men think logically, right? And it doesn't matter how you look, another woman is still gonna look good. So always keep up with yourself, right? A woman keep up with themselves different than a man. A man is gonna work out and get muscles, right? We can't get edges and be all spliffy in the face when it comes to like your beard, your hairline, like women can. Women get the edges, they braid their hair in all different styles. Their hair go past their shoulders. Women, y'all built different. Y'all dress different. If the woman is kind and gentle in her speech, this is a good point. So a woman that's kind and gentle in her speech, her husband is the most fortunate of men. So if a woman is clamorous, loud, obnoxious, right, you got to really understand, how do you look, right? Women really got to hold themselves to the reflection of their husband. Truly, when a man marries, he gets the finest things he will ever have, a wife to help and encourage him. So y'all really are helpmeets. It goes back to Adam. And y'all there to encourage the husband. Yo, you doing a good job, or however women do on this side, right? Keep it a minimum. Like, don't force your husband, do a lesson this. No, women is a encouraging vessel. Motivation, uplifting, nourishment. If poverty is not fenced in, thieves will wander in and help themselves. And if a man has no wife, he is a sighing wanderer, right? Because the Lord didn't create man to be alone. Take that how you want. A woman was created for man, not woman for man. No, woman was created for man, not man created for woman. Salaki, I had to correct that. This Genesis 3:16, a beautiful point, because of, going back to them eating that knowledge of wickedness from the serpent, all stemming from Eve, right? Actually, let me go back to Sirach real quick. Let's get this. Woman is not a prize. All because of her, we slipped on some ice. Right? This is Sirach 25, verse 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So through you, y'all women, we die. And this is in a biblical stance, historical. This is from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. So that oversees any woman on earth that could be thinking she a prize or she got an opinion in this thing. What thus saith the Lord, that's what it is. Men are the prize, you women are a gift when it comes to you being a loving and silent wife. Let alone a Proverbs 31 woman is not a woman that's just allowing a man just to provide for everything, because mostly a man, even in the ancient world, was making sure you got food and clothes. But even a woman was being a helping hand. Proverbs 31, a woman is working with her hands. She even bringing bread in the house. She's even making sure the establishment is functional, right? So that the man can be at peace, because the man got so much he got to do. A woman is giving a helping hand. That's what a helpmeet is. She's bringing a few dollars, right? And in this time where we are now, yes, I'm saying it. Ain't no such thing as 50-50, right? Or it's 100. We supposed to give 100% of ourselves in this marriage, right? But let alone when it comes to the faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So if y'all got a house and you say, oh, I'm about to go home, this is my house, then you should be applying 100% of yourself in that house too. And a man gonna do his part, because that's what a man is supposed to do. If a man don't provide for his home, he's worse than an infidel, right? And that's spiritually, mentally, and financially. First and foremost, spiritually has to be the first providing thing that the man brings in the household. He is the prize, right? Genesis 3:16, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. A man is supposed to be ruling over you and many nations, sis. Right? And we talking about all the men of Israel, not just the African American Judites, right? We talk about all the 12 tribes, the Latinos, the Hispanics, right? The natives, the Dominicans, the Haitians. They all, as men, are supposed to be in authority over the women and over nations. And this goes even symbolic to Yahushai. He's married to his wife, right? The bride. He's the bridegroom. So he's the head of the bride. And we're the children of the bridegroom. So we supposed to be submissive unto him, because Yahushai is the prize. Let me see if I can find it. Is it this one? Right. Let's look at it. Philippians 3:13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of God and Hamashiach Yahushai. See? That mark for the prize of a high calling is in Hamashiach Yahushai. Yahushai is the prize. The nation of Israel dealing with the elect first on this side. You're the bride. Revelation 19, it says the bride is getting ready. Come on, man. So again, the prize is the men. And that was already orchestrated by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The end is declared from the beginning. Isaiah 46:10. And this is pleasure in the eyes of the Lord. So to set up the men, when you go look up the word kingdom, if woman is the prize, go look up the word kingdom. It means kingship. It's not called queendom, it's called kingdom. It's another example to let you know that man is the prize. So with that, Shalom, Abal Babal. Call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. The honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well through the Spirit.